blah blah blah. I'd say I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10, right? That's what I think personally. Okay. Um, cool. There's my chat GPT showing. No, 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 never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. All right. I'm going to keep this simple. Okay. But please, if you can, genuinely listen. Um, because the reality is most traders, they spend months and then sometimes even like years learning bullshit um under a bullshit mentor. Sometimes they even learn like pattern trading, um bullshit entries, BS confirmations on all of that, blah blah blah, right? But one thing which I believe a lot of the mentorships don't teach is simply how, why, and where price will move. Okay, if you don't understand that, you're always going to be reacting instead of anticipating, right? And when you're reacting rather than anticipation, it usually leads to missing out, which you can have the right direction, but you don't get an entry. And that can lead to FOMO into the wrong direction. Or sometimes FOMO into the correct direction, but then you get used as inducement, right? So I'm going to show you today. It's not a strategy, neither is it a model, um, neither is it like some 100% win rate strategy, blah blah blah. It's actually how to read the market, what it's going to do, and more importantly, who it's targeting. Right? Let's quickly reframe the market. Before I reframe the market, I just want to know how long has everybody been trading for in the group in the chat. If you can just tell me how long everybody's been trading for. 2 years, 3 months, 4 years. Um, so you know when like guys say 100 years, come on, like let's be a bit mature. 6, 7, 8 years if you include. Obviously the people that like um want to take this seriously, they'll take it seriously. All right, now everybody said like blah blah blah. I want to know how many traders here are actually profitable or are break even. I just want to know. Just say yes or no. Yes, there's a lot of no's. There's a lot of yes. Break even. I've made 25K. Yes. No. All right. So the majority, it's like it's in the middle. It's in the middle. It's in the middle. Wait, Yuko, you said you've made 21K, but you're a break even trader. How does bro, like lying to me, it doesn't tell me anything. Like if you say yes, I'm profitable, I'm not gonna change the way how you. Now, Yuko, your music is ass, by the way. 21K on evals. Now let him speak. Let him speak. He's made 21K, but I've been break even for months now, bro. That's the reality of day trading, isn't it? The genuine reality of day trading. Uh, my lost 21K. He's lost it. All right, cool, 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 cool. That's fine. 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 Let's reframe the market real quick for you guys. All right. One thing that we all understand, the ones that are like my students or whatever, the market doesn't move randomly. All right. There's no such thing as randomality in day trading and even the market. Hey, yo, what's next on the script? Moves to make a group of traders. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, so reframing the market real quick. The market's never wrong. What it does is yo, let me read that again. Let me read that again. Yo, let me read that again. Yo, yo, hey, alright, chill, wallet, chill. Chill. Alright, yo,
Have you
the market's never random. Alright, wallet, lock in.
have you got some big
It
names in the chat?
only,
Yeah. SRS is in here as well. Lock in.
yo, is that a goat?
Hey, lock in, bro.
Okay, alright, chill, wallet, chill. Yo, someone give SRS a roll. I gave him. Alright, yeah. Chill. Alright, cool. As I was saying, yeah, so the market's never random. Why is it never random? Because it usually has a direction to go towards, and that direction it can either be through manipulation or the third phase of our AMD cycle, which is distro, right? Distribution leg. What differentiates manipulation from distribution is that manipulation really loves to move in a way to make the mass traders feel completely right, but in reality they're wrong. That's it. Simple, that's it. That's what manipulation is. It wants to go in a direction or in a way where traders will see difference in the market to what actually the real direction is. So for example, every move you see, every breakout, every reversal, every impulse is engineered around positioning trades incorrectly. So the mass audience of day traders, they get spun the other way, and then the real move happens. All right. So instead of asking, I see this a lot. Instead of asking, yo, is price going up or are we bullish or are we blah blah blah? You need to ask yourself this one simple question, right? And I I tend to like very emphasize this question. Who is being encouraged to trade right now? Okay, always remember before you enter a trade, look for invalidation ideas. Right? Let's say, for example, blah blah blah. You're a day trader that trades trend lines, right? Obviously, you're gonna look for um, price to come down here. Maybe there's an order block here, blah blah blah, and then you're gonna look for a long, right? But before you look for that long, look at other reasons why your trade could be invalid. I'm just going off based like some normal example, right? There are three main types of traders that you need to be aware of, um, because they're called retail traders, right? In reality, every single person day trading solely is retail. Apart from the big institutions, the hedge funds, blah blah blah, those are not retail because they can actually move price, right? But when I mean retail, um, like retail inside of retail is like what you see on YouTube. When you search up day trading on YouTube, I'll literally search it up on my phone right now. If you just search up day trading on YouTube right now, you're gonna see uh right how to start day trading as a complete beginner by TJR. If I wanted to make my first 10, wait, let me go to filters and change it up to like views in it, popularity, yeah, calm. So you get something like trading for beginners part 1 full trading course tutorial, 10 million views. um the only day trading strategy you will ever need, and it's literally just uh retail concepts, so breakouts, retest, breakout, retest, blah blah blah. What else? Let's go for one more, which is every trading strategy explained in 12 minutes, and it goes over Fibonacci, candlesticks, Gann angle, Elliott waves, fair value gaps, breakouts, Renko, momentum, support resistance, Heikin-Nashi, divergence, dynamic SNR, Koch, harmonic patterns, and moon cycles. And that is at 32 million views. Now you get what I'm trying to say. When the mass audience is said that this is the only thing that you need, and they see I need fucking SNR, I need trend lines, I need breakouts, blah blah blah. That's what they're exposed to. And you know what's so sad about day trading? It's not completely sad, but it's just the way niggas are moving. The complete sad thing about day trading is the fact that there's no entry, there's no barriers to entry, right? Bro, you can open an MT5 account tomorrow, deposit money, and you can blow that money, and there's no repercussions apart from the fact that you just lost money. Okay, bro. 11-year-olds day trade now, bro. Niggas should be out doing flipping knockdown ginger with their boys, or saying, yo, is blah 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 allowed to come outside? No, bro, day trading is now becoming too mainstream. That's good for us though, because um when people day trade, they obviously go on YouTube, they look for the best strategies. That just means more liquidity for us, right? So the three types of traders that I mainly focus on is SNR traders. So that stands for support and resistance. Uh, Pullback traders. The other word for this is break and retest. Um, what other is there? Trend lines. Yo, ChatGPT, one more. Uh, yeah, okay, cool. I think I've named all of them. Calm. We're gonna go into a little bit of depth about all of these. So, firstly, SNR traders, right? How does SNR work? SNR technically just works at uh, this area. It's a good support level because of the fact that price has already bounced off it twice. So the next time price goes around here, a lot of SNR traders, they will be looking for a short position from here with a stop loss above here and a targeting like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, right? That's called like a valid support level. And then you have like something like this where price has already like reacted from it 3 times. More traders will be looking for this. Um, Obviously looking for something like this. Blah blah blah. At the same time, when you look at the market properly, everything aligns. Blah blah blah. There's trend line traders as well, because once one tap here, 2 tap, and then 3 times, obviously aligning with support. Blah blah blah. Goes higher. Obviously, this is what they're anticipating, right? And then even something like pullback traders, so break and retest, it's basically when there's like a resistance that price breaks and then it comes back up to, and then it uses it as support, I guess. So basically, when price has like this type of move, this basically is supposed to be a resistance level or like a support level, but then price breaks it, and then when it comes back up again, a lot of people want to short to continue the structure, right? This is a quick little introduction on how these traders tend to um, look for and how they like to enter the market, right? Here, chat, you see what's next? So now you've got 3 groups of traders and the market's job. Bracket open. You show chart examples. Yeah, okay. Now, cool. You've gotten the 3 types of traders, right? What's the market's job? The market's job is to trap one of them slash all of them if possible before the price moves. Okay. Why are guys laughing? Yo, 223, bro. Oh my days. All right. I'm quickly gonna ask you guys, yeah. How do I word this? Manipulation. Oh, yeah, cool, 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 cool. I'm quickly gonna ask a real question, and I want basically all of you guys to answer this, right? Why does market want to swing traders in the wrong direction before the real move? Like, what's the logic behind this? Like, why not let everybody eat? Just quickly. Microphone from McDonald's. All right, bro. All right, all right, all right. All right, cool. Grab liquidity, create liquidity, build liquidity. Because smart money wants to use their positions to their advantage. I like this. Vibes, you keep tagging me, bro. I'll read your question. Don't worry, bro. Someone gonna lose for someone to win? I would answer, but I don't want to breach NDA. Bro, you can Bro, what the hell? Hey, ban this Luke guy. MulanoFX sideways. Oh, wait. No. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. I think he's answering the question, bro. He's answering. Chill. I think he's just answering the question. All right, cool. Perfect. It seems very good that you guys know. Now I'm gonna tell you exact the real reason why. Okay, cool. Let's say I'm a bank, so an institution, and the market is moving right now like this. I'm a bank, and I basically want to purchase. Let's put 10 billion on the line, right? 10 billion shares or whatever it is, like points or whatever it is, of this currency. Let's say it's Mul USD. All right. So the bank wants to buy 10 billion um, worth of Mul USD. Now, if the bank is to put in an order of 10 billion right now, the market will do something like this. Fuck 10 billion. Put 10 trillion, right? Uh, oh, oh, oh. Okay, 10 trillion worth of Mul USD. What the market's going to do is, due to the fact that there's not enough liquidity in the market, liquidity means money. So for this transaction to be made, for this, there needs to be the same amount of dollars being sold. So this can be sold to the bank, right? If if that is the case, what is going to happen is your position is going to get filled. Like, let's say 1 trillion gets filled, price spikes up. The next trillion gets filled here, spikes up. Next trillion gets filled up here, spikes up, spikes up. You tell me, if you're a bank and you're actually a Jew, do you really want your positions to be open here, and then, like, you obviously want your positions to be open here, right? Or even sometimes lower, so you can make the maximum profit. This is where manipulation comes into play, right? We understand the types of market, the types of people that are going to be in the market. For example, there's a trend line here, so people will be looking to buy. There's a channel here, so people are looking for a break of the channel, and there is a clear resistance level. Now, what the market's going to do is, this is going to be sent to the stockbroker or whatever it is. I'm not really a fan of quant, so I don't really know much, but this is how my logic works, and the logic actually makes me money. So what price is actually going to do is, rather than the bank buying here, they're going to put it around here. Okay, cool. Where they can see all the orders, they're like, okay, cool. There's money here. There's money here. I want it around here. Cool. What the market is going to do is, it's going to rush towards that liquidity. Okay, rush it. Rush. Momentum, straight momentum, right? This is why sometimes we can analyze and understand where manipulation is happening due to the volume of the candles, right? Volume, like vectors, bro, back to back to back to back. The back to back, like, it's just volumes, all right? Now, I'm gonna ask you clearly, one by one. So there's three types of traders, right? SNR traders, trend line traders, and pullback traders, right? What's the bias for support and resistance traders, understanding that this was a key support level, and now that has been broken? What's the bias for them? So niggas said bullish. Bro, for support and resistance traders. Sells. No, I understand. Everybody understands that we're supposed to be going higher, but you need to see why we're going higher. Of course, this is a clear example of AMD, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But we need to understand exactly the logic behind it. We need to like visualize all of the different types of traders are in the market so we can like identify the correct manipulation levels, because I know you guys have seen it where there's been manipulation, it goes a little bit higher, then it starts dumping again and you've hit SO, right? So let's low-key drop the ego a little bit and calm. So uh SNR traders are going to be looking for sells around here. Why? That makes sense. Trendline traders, they've just had that break of trend line, so they're going to be looking for sells around here. Pullback traders, they've basically had this, so they're obviously going to be looking for pullback traders around here. Now, what it's going to do is price is going to slowly build up buying. So the bank is slowly buying, buying, buying. And then around here, there's so much selling pressure because of the fact that the trend has been changed. Remember, 90% of the traders will only be exposed to SNR trend lines, pullback, all of these retail concepts where Fibonacci, butterfly patterns, and all of that, right? There's so much selling pressure here that the bank can easily build up uh, the 10 trillion that we need or whatever it is, right? Blah blah blah. But due to the fact that the majority of 90% of the market, or like 92, 93, whatever the statistics are, they're looking to sell around here. So the orders have been filled around here, blah blah blah, a little bit more, and all of the retail traders get wiped out, their thingies get taken, and we go higher. Okay, ChatGPT, what's next? Now, this is where most people misunderstand the market. Bracket close, they think manipulation is just a wick. Bracket open. A fake out, it's not. Manipulation is a process. Yes, guys, a manipulation leg is the move designed to create participation in the wrong direction before the actual move happens. Are you guys understanding? Bro's reading off of ChatGPT. Bro, TSA. Bro, don't worry, don't worry. Let's not jump the gun, lads. Let's not jump the gun. Um, yeah, let me take a sip of my water. Calm. Yeah, so manipulation does three things in general: takes liquidity, induces entries, and then it creates imbalances due to the fact that there's not enough pressure in the market, right? So think about it. Price takes a high, breakout traders, so pullback traders, they look to buy, price pulls back, they look to buy again because they're pullback traders, price starts selling, reversal traders start selling. Now you've got everyone involved, blah blah blah, and the market does what it wants to do because there's so much liquidity into the market. Um, this is why you have different sessions, and within those different sessions, you have key timings, right? And uh, the key timings are always at the opening of the session. You're going to see the most volatility in the market at London Open. You're going to see most volatility at the market at NY Open and NYSE Open. New York Stock Exchange Open, right? Sometimes you'll see crazy momentum at Asia Open due to the fact that it might be a Sunday Open, blah, blah, blah. There's just been news across the weekend, right? Make sure you understand if your trade doesn't align, if manipulation like in my personal opinion. Oh, what's next? What's next? What's next? Um, a clean move only happens after enough traders are wrong. Yeah, so as you explained, when basically you guys are smart, right? I've gathered that you guys are smart. There's a lot of the people in here that have made money, and there's a reason why you've made money because you don't trade BS that's thrown on the internet. But you need to understand, you're maybe like 2% of like day traders. Bullshit like that. Okay. Yeah. Yo, what's next? What's next? What's next? So let's talk about structure because this is where most traders get trapped mentally. They see your breaker structure and think, yes, that's the entry, but it's not. Let's go to most recent. Um, let's actually go around here. I like this a lot. Okay. Now, of course, we understand everybody understands in the cats and dogs that price went bullish, but we need to understand why it went bullish. Why did it go bullish? Right? Let's go on to a 5 minute time frame. Is this engineered liquidity or not within the market? After a solid breaker structure, we had engineered liquidity in the market in terms of this, right? Where's my 2 one? Right here. Okay. Then we had this weak ass low, which has it done anything? Has it induced any structure? No, it hasn't. Has it tapped any order block? No, it hasn't, because the order blocks are right here. Okay. So what is this? This is our inducement leg. We basically want price to induce this because after this has been taken out, a lot of people will be thinking for sales due to the fact that this will be a breaker structure for them. All right. It could be a false breaker structure, whatever it is. That's called the F boss. We play price. Calm. Cool. If we look closely, before the real move happened, right? What happened? We had a fake push up. What did that fake push do? It caused a breaker structure. What is a breaker? No. So all of these FVGs become an area of where people want to buy. All of this order block becomes an area of where people want to buy. Yo, I just bro, quick one. Oh my god. Alright, cool. As I was saying, right? So at this current instance, bro, everybody, we have to analyze in terms of the day traders that we were talking about. Okay. We've number one offset this trend line that we were talking about. So we weren't actually talking about it, but yeah, we had 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap. So in the terms in like terms of trendline traders, when they see that this trend line has been broken, which was respected since yesterday during Asia and the whole of Asia, it's been broken with clear displacement. Their bias becomes buys. Then they see this BOS, this strong high that led to a breaker structure down here, has now just been overthrown. Okay, breaker structure. Cool. What else? SNR traders, they're going to see this zone as a valid zone because of the fact that we've had one push twice and price has gone higher. So most likely they're going to be looking for buys around here. Okay. Now, smart money, so SMC traders, they're obviously going to be looking at FEGs, blah blah blah, shit like this, blah blah blah. Breakout traders, BNR traders, all of them. Guess what happens? Price dumps down. Now, look carefully where it's returning from. Of course, we understand the rebalancing of legs. We will uncover that in the next free lecture. Rebalancing of ranges and legs, and which legs are good, which legs are fake, false, blah blah blah. Look where price is reversing from. See this? Look how close. What time is that? 30. Look, now Bosch buys. Bro, there's so many buying traders out there, right? Then there's there's the smart money which see liquidity sweep, Asia lows taken, blah blah blah, BOS, MSS, Koch, whatever you want to call it. They look for buys around here, right? Then what happens is we obviously understand there's engineered liquidity, all of that, blah blah blah. So everybody, obviously there's trendline traders as well, trying to look for trend lines, blah blah blah, bullshit like that, right? Why I say is bullshit because it's the way retail trade. When you give a mass amount of people the same information, there's going to be a few different groups. There's going to be group one, which is full of nerds that actually understood the information. G2, number one, the people that actually didn't understand, and they just tried to freestyle it because of the fact they didn't actually understand it. They didn't put in enough effort. And G3, the ones that completely disregard it and do whatever they want to do. So yeah, with that being said, what happens next is price manipulates down. Now once this breaker structure happens and people have seen momentum, what they're going to look for is areas of continuation, right? Let's get rid of all of this. Calm. Cool. Areas of continuation. We have a support level here. We have trend line here going. We basically have a breakout happening here. We have a order block here. Blah blah blah. So you can clearly see the mass majority of people, they want to continue the trend down towards a bearishness because of this BOS. And what happens is these areas of high confluence, smart money reversal, they're called SMTs. Well, I like to call them SMTs, which actually means smart money trap. Why? Because it's aligned in a way where smart money will get trapped into the market, and that trap is to get. Yo, someone just texted me. That trap is to send them the wrong way. Obviously, right now we've had our manipulation leg towards the downside. We're clearly looking for buys due to the fact that mass amount of people, they're looking for sells. We've already covered that. But yeah, so blah blah blah. Smart money traps. Smart money trap traps a lot of people in 15-minute time frame. One candle, two candle, three, four, five, six, seven, eight candles rejection. 8 times 15 is around. Not sure. Price goes down. Gives us on the lower time frames. Is gives us a very nice BOS. So more traders are going to look for maybe this or maybe these fair value gaps to continue the trend down due to the fact that they trade with the trend, right? Blah, 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 come back up, go down. But then what happens is they all just simply get taken out. Let's go on 10x. And the market continues ripping up due to fundamentals and blah, blah, blah. Now, I freestyled this lecture so much, wallahi, bro. Um, but yeah, with that being said, fuck all this manipulation. Just look at the high time frame, see where the price come and where it will potentially go, synchronize with bias. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Bro, like, let's just keep it for next thing, innit? Some nigga. The shit baffling my head. Shit. So, get someone to eat a raw egg for a giveaway. Uh, yo, hey, yeah, lads, this won't be the only thing in it. Yo, you're good, bro. Promote Adept now. Yo.